Tallahassee, your home state, and get a big win down there?
It's real big for us, haven't won down there in a long time, and then just going back home and just getting it done is just huge for my end because, it's all people talk about back home is, oh, what about Florida State, this and that. So it's just good to go down there and beat them.
This offense, do you feel like it's finally beginning to gel and hit its stride at the right time of the year?
Definitely. I mean, that's one thing we talked about in the meetings this past week was we really got to have to find our stride. We stumbled a little bit, but this is the time we need to find our stride, and I think we got some good momentum going into that.
Can the same thing be said for Deshaun, too, just from what you've seen? That now it looks like he's just getting better as the season goes?
I mean, definitely. I mean, he's always going to do what he got to do. I mean, he's a great player, so definitely think that's going to great momentum on his end.
How is he health-wise? You figure he's okay health-wise?
Yeah, I mean, he'll be fine. I mean, it's football. Everybody get banged up. He'll be fine.
This defense that you're facing Saturday, they like to play a lot of man-to-man coverage.
Yeah.
Do you look forward to those kinds of games where, it's just you and another guy on the outside?
Definitely. I mean, it goes back to what we do in practice. We go do a lot of one-on-ones, got a lot of great players on our side, so just going and getting that done against those teams is really a great challenge for us, and then just use our skill set and what we work on in practice and go to the game.
Having as many weapons as y'all have in the wide receiver core has obviously limited your catch total compared to the last couple of years. Has that ever been frustrating for you this season?
Definitely, it's frustrating. I mean, I like to make plays. I mean, obviously it cuts down, but I mean, I'm a team player. I mean, I do what I got to do for the team, and if that means me getting my reps or whatever, catches, I mean, it is what happened. I just make the most of my opportunities when it comes.
What has been made of Deshaun and using extra hours to graduate early? When are you on track to graduate?
I'll graduate in December, too.
How many hours, what's the most number of hours you've taken in a semester?
Most I've done was 18.
How many times have you done those many hours?
So last year, I did a whole year, basically. So last fall, I did 18. Spring, I did 18. And the summer, I did 17.
Why? What pushes you to work that hard to graduate early?
Well, I had a little success my freshman year, so we talked about it. We tried to look to our advisor who came in early, so we thought about maybe we should try to graduate early and see what we had to do, see what it would take. And we had a chance to leave early to come out, so we thought about maybe we should have a degree while we do that. So we kind of talked about it, and that's what we had to do to get it done.
Does that make you feel better knowing that no matter what decision you make after everything's over in January, you'll have options that, hey, I can come back to school, or if I decide to leave, I already have a degree in hand?
Definitely, it's huge because, I mean, it takes a lot of weight off your shoulders, and then you don't got to talk about with your parents or whoever you discuss, well, what about school, what about this? You already have it done. So, I mean, it's definitely something to be proud about. And then if I was come back to school, I can work on something different, like a master's or something like that. So, I mean, it's huge to have that kind of situation to go through.
Do you have a way that you think you're leaning right now towards coming back or leaving? Or
No. I mean, I'm going to do what I got to do, finish this season off strong, and I'll think about that stuff later.
What would you get your master's in?
I don't know. I ain't thought about that either. I'm just finishing this season, trying to get my degree, and then I'll think about that stuff later.
Is that important to your mom to get that degree too? And
Definitely. I mean, I'll be first from my mom's kids, so to get a degree. So that's huge. And we talked about that even before I came here to college. So that's one of the biggest things I definitely need to do. So and I have an opportunity to do it, which I'm going to do it. So, yeah.
Personally, from a player standpoint, this year you've had to, you went inside and started when Ripper went down. You kind of, done some things for the team, but your numbers aren't as good as they have been. How hard was that to kind of put your personal goals aside to kind of help the team?
I mean, like I said, I'm going to do whatever I got to do for our team. I mean, obviously that weighs over your head, but I mean, hey, I'm having fun playing football. I mean, it gets frustrating, obviously, but I do what I got to do, and I'm going to make the most of my opportunities every time I get it.
So it's just part of what comes with having Mike Williams, Deion Kane, Jordan Leggett, also as receiving targets?
I mean, I guess. I mean, it definitely is something you got to think about. I mean, because we got a lot of weapons on our team. We've always had a lot of weapons at Clemson, so that's just one of the parts of playing football. I mean, you always gonna have other players to make plays, and you know they got to get their touches. I mean, that's not one of the things we think about when we play either. It's we gotta get this, gotta get that. We just go out there and have fun and play.
But what do you have to do personally to get? I find more of a rhythm, I guess, within the offense in the second half of the year.
We gotta do what we gotta do. We just play football, having fun with it. Man, we can't. Me personally, I do what I gotta do each and every week. I mean, I go into the mindset every game, do what I have to do. I can't worry about all the other stuff because that distracts me from what I have to do. When my time comes, I'm thinking about I gotta do this, gotta do that. You can't play this game perfect. I mean, you just gotta go out there and have fun and plan it. So and that's the one thing I think about when I'm going out there. I can't think about myself. I gotta go out there and think about the team, what they have, or whatever they need me to do.
When Nick came in on Saturday, y'all didn't miss a beat on offense. You feel like you have just as good a rhythm with him as you do with Deshaun?
Oh, yeah.
Chemistry as a wide receiver quarterback.
Yeah, definitely. Because Nick, he goes out there, he prepares like he's a starter. That's one thing Coach Sweeney preaches. Yeah. Prepare like you're the starter, and then Nick does that every week. So I mean, that's what we expect. We didn't expect the drop off when he got in the game, and we got trust in Nick to go out there and get the job done, and that's what he did.
You walked through that touchdown catch you had. Did you expect to be that open on that?
Yeah. Because I knew what they were giving us on their end, and then I knew Deion was going to do his job, and I just had to set it up right, and I knew it would be open like that.
Roommates with Deshaun still, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're around him making more than anybody else. How is he treated this year? I know at times, like even after wins, he's frustrated that people will focus on interceptions, negative, whatever. How has he been this season? Just treating him with it.
He just knows that. I mean, that doesn't define who he is as a person or a player. So he just brushes it off, and then we talk about stuff. And man, we're not gonna let that determine what we have. We know we got something special. We're right on track to what we are. We haven't lost a game. So why would we let the outside people interfere with what we have going on?
For all the good things you guys have done last year, this year, he's been sort of earmarked as that 2017 draft quarterback. Is it difficult because the closer you get, the harder it is to try to keep his focus on the here and now?
I mean, to be honest with you, we don't talk about it. I mean, he still has been the same person since I met him. I mean, we don't talk about, doing this, doing that. We just think about what we have right now and try to just live in the moment because it obviously, with you thinking too far ahead, you get distracted, and we don't need that right now. So we'll talk about it later as the time comes closer. But right now, we just thinking about football and reaching our goals.
Thank you.
Yeah.